Hello and welcome. Welcome to this special presentation. My name is Keithan Nadaraja and I'm extremely delighted to have you here today with us for this special presentation. I'm sure this program is going to change many of your lives for better, especially financial future. Okay, special welcome again. Let's get started. Today we're going to talk about how to build part-time business while keeping your present job, leveraging an effort from unique method of leverage income. We are going to show you how to create an unparalleled freedom in life by being a part of the proven home business program with a historic and massive rise of next trillion-dollar industry, which is wellness. I'm sure you all have seen that video I have sent, presented by Tim Sale, one of my business partners, called Brilliant Compensation. He's talking about the business concept I'm going to discuss today, which is network marketing. If you haven't seen it, please let me know at the end of the presentation. I'm more than happy to send it to you. Most people do network marketing every day, but they don't just get paid for it. You're probably wondering, what do I mean? Let me explain. Network marketing can be explained in two words: recommend and promote. Have you ever recommended anything like favorite movie, mobile phone, makeup products, books, restaurant, good childcare, dentist, etc., etc.? This is what we call referral marketing, word of mouth advertising, or network marketing. Network marketing simply means recommending and promoting the products or the program you love and believe. Since you do it every day, don't you want to get paid for it? Of course you would. Network marketing works, and it has been proven for many decades and endorsed by the world wealth expert. And want to prove? Here's the statistic. Global sale is 153 billion in 2011 alone. That is 42 billion in 5 years. 22 countries have sales volume of more than 1 billion. Global number involved 91.5 million. Yes, it's more than population of Germany. And now it's increasing by 10 million like China, Africa, Russia and more other countries. This is up to $40 million more than people in 5 years. You can check all this in Direct Selling Association website. I'm going to invite my business colleagues to continue this presentation. Before I do that, I want to mention something very important. Remember, this is business, not your hobby. If you want to have this as your business, and if you want to make lots of money, you need to follow the trends. That is, you need to give what people want, not what you like. Warren Buffett mentioned something very powerful. What you like should be your hobby. What people like should be your business. Let me say it again. What you like should be your hobby. What people like should be your business, because they are the one going to pay you money, isn't it? Where are people spending more money these days? It's on wellness industries such as vitamins, supplement, nutrition, skincare line, makeup product and weight loss product. As per research, Americans spent more than 23 billion on vitamin, herbs and other supplements in 2007. In Australia, 70% of the population use vitamin supplements. It is expected to be a trillion-dollar industry in coming years worldwide. This means great market for it. According to statistics, in a year, people have spent 400 million a year buying weight loss program trying to lose weight in Australia alone. US weight loss and diet control market study in 2007 estimate at $55 billion and now expected to rise $60 billion. This is your market. Let me hand over this to our business colleagues Steve Schwartz and Shannon. They are very successful in business. Listen with attention and take pen and pad. What they share will blow your mind away and will create income too. Okay, let's welcome them.
That is awesome. Well, welcome everybody to tonight's 5 Steps to Securing Your Future webinar. Steve and I are so happy that you're here with us. We know your time is valuable. We are definitely honored and appreciative of the fact that you're spending this time with us tonight. So we have prepared a very powerful presentation with a lot of information for you. So you know what I'm going to say, folks? If you could grab a pen and paper, have that handy, maybe even have 2 pens in case one runs out. You definitely do not want to miss the opportunity to jot down a couple of notes on what we're going to be sharing with you tonight. And as we begin the presentation, I want you to think about why you're here tonight. You know, why did you decide to spend this 45 minutes or an hour with us tonight? What are you looking to achieve for yourself? And think about this. And you know what? Grab your pen and paper and write this down because this is really, really powerful for you and it's going to help you be in the mindset to absorb the information we're going to be sharing with you tonight. Jot down the 3 things that you want most for your life right now. If you could get it, have it, change it, improve it, what 3 things are they? You know, do you want better health? Do you want more time with your family? Do you want a better financial situation? Do you want a new house? Do you want to put your kids in private school? Do you want to be able to be there with your kids? Do you want to take cruises? Do you want time for your hobbies? You know, hobbies aren't cheap, especially if you're playing golf or you're riding motorcycles like we are, right? But what are the 3 things that if you could have it, change it, be it, improve it, what is it that you want to get for your life right now? And we're going to tell you how to get that. So a little bit about me. I'm going to share a little bit about my story here. This is my wedding picture. My husband and I have actually been together 10 years, and this is back in 2002. You can see we're all smiles. We're all happy. This was a great day, April 28th, 2002. And my husband and I were on top of the world. You know that moment where, like, everything's just working. Combined, we were making over 6-figure income. We had a new house. We had 2 new cars. We just had a wedding, and we were just living large. And I got to tell you, the Monday after our wedding, well, first of all, my husband and I couldn't get any time off for our honeymoon, which is typical of working jobs, right? But the Monday that he went back to work, all of his stuff in his office was packed up into a box, and his office had been turned into 4 cubicles. And that was the writing on the wall. 3 months later, as newlyweds, my husband and I were flat broke. He was promoted, quote, promoted, which was really downsized, and they cut his pay by about 60%. We couldn't make our mortgage or our house payments because we only had about 3 months reserve in savings. And the stress was literally killing my husband. On a Friday, my husband came home from work. He laid down on the couch. He had 103 fever. Monday, we rushed him into the emergency room. And 3 hours later, the doctor walked out to me and said, look, we have to talk. You have got to make some changes in your life. This is caused by stress. And if you don't make a change, your husband is going to die. Now, he was 32, I was 28, and we were only married 3 months. So something had to change. And it was, you know, we were in this middle-class trap that so many of us are prescribed to, right? We're indoctrinated with it. Go to college. Get a, quote, good job. I don't even know what that is anymore. Work your way up the ladder, right? Just be a slave to your job, show up on time, work late, you know, kiss up to your boss, do whatever you have to do, save for emergencies. Most people are told to save 3 months, just like we were, buy a house and 2 cars, retire with a pension, and then collect Social Security. And if you do all of this, life is going to be peachy clean, right? Your rainbows and unicorns and stars. Well, I think we all kind of realized that it wasn't because we felt trapped. We were totally in a bad situation. Well, fortunately for us, about 2 weeks after that happened, my husband walked out to his car, and this exact flyer was on his car window. And if you can read it, it says, if I can work from home part-time and make over $4,000 per week, so can you, I'll prove it. But this is what really got us. It was this line. If you don't call, enjoy what you're doing, enjoy what you're presently doing, you'll probably be doing it forever. And when we read that, it literally made us feel like we wanted to puke. There was no way that we could keep on doing what we were doing and survive in society. It was killing us. So we answered that ad, and within 90 days, our entire life had changed. We went to work. We were working with some great people, and here's my teacher salary. I used to make about $700 every 2 weeks, which was about $1,400 a month. Who can live on that? I don't know. It certainly wasn't me. And then I started getting checks for $12,000, $8,000, $18,000, $20,000, even $50,000, right? And my first year in business, I made over $400,000, and everything changed. This is our life now, right? When you look at it, this is my husband working in his office, no longer stressed out, wearing a suit, right, hanging out by our pool in Tucson with our dog and his laptop. Here we have the cars, the house, the dogs, you know. Here's my daughter, Trinity. We get to be with her every single day. My daughter has known nobody else. We eat breakfast, we eat lunch, and we eat dinner together every single day. And we also started hanging out with some different people. You know, it's true. They say that your income is the average of your 10 closest friends. And that was very true of us. We were all driving the same type of car, living in the same type of house, wearing the same type of clothes, having the same type of financial problems. Then we started hanging out with people like this guy, Bob Proctor, if you recognize this, or Tim Sales, who just hopped on the line. When I heard he's on the line, I kind of felt like my like the principal of my school just showed up. You know, he's such a master. But you hang out with people like this, and it all changes. So, Steve, why don't you come out here and talk about your story and what life's been like for you?
Well, it's interesting. You know, we all come from these different places, and a lot of the stories are similar. We're all trying to go that route to be successful. I went in the military right out of college. I was an officer in the Army, and then that's me in Korea back in like '94. And a few years later, I got out in 2000 as a captain, and literally went on to make millions of dollars in the home-based business industry without prior experience or anything like that. And what that money was allowed us to do, so basically you can come from all kinds of different backgrounds. I didn't have a bunch of successes before. I was always trying to do things, but what this money has allowed me to do since, you know, getting out of the military and going into the home-based business industry is, you know, being able to travel with my family, take my kids, my wife, even my parents on cruises, hang out at some of the best resorts, and those types of things. And so it's been something that's been huge for us. And, you know, to me, it's about, you know, what you be able to spend more time with your family, et cetera. So, yeah, there's us and hanging out and, you know, going to the water slides on a Tuesday morning when everyone else is stuck in traffic, that kind of stuff. And, you know, but it wasn't always this way. It wasn't when I was on my journey to try to figure out how to make more money. You know, I tried different things. I read books that said that you need to own your own business. And so I was like, okay. And so I went and bought one of those hokey little magazines, Start Your Own Business. And I was kind of scouring it. The whole idea of not having a boss was a good idea to me. And I was just out of the military, and I had some money saved up. And so I bought these franchises. I went in. I bought a gift basket franchise from the Army to the gift baskets. I don't know, but my wife was pretty good with that kind of stuff. So I figured, heck, I could do that. Spent $3,500 on it. Got trained on it. But then I had to buy inventory, so spent about $6,000 on that. And then I also answered an ad. Well, someone answered an ad. One of my friends knew I was looking for stuff, and so he answered an ad for me for for vending machines. And yes, just like that pathetic-looking vending machine there, I bought 10 of those things. It was like $5,000, and I was chasing quarters around town, and I just ended up giving them away in embarrassment. It was like not something that made a bunch of money. But I'd also done, you know, so these are the things that I was out there trying to figure out how to replace my job. And I didn't, you know all the other options or what options were. I just knew that, you wanted to have your own business, so how could you do that? And so I looked at these different ways. I'd even bought, and then when I did this business, I learned a few lessons, like the franchising, which was basically you had to have inventory, it's very costly, spent about $6,000 on those. You never knew what people were ordering. Repeat orders were very few, always chasing the next sale. And I was staying up till 1:30 a.m. If we had an order that was decent, then it was us doing it all. And I was like, wow, us doing it all is not the answer. And my wife, she's over there shrink wrapping, pregnant, and it was unbelievable, shrink wrapping these baskets. We learned how to do all this kind of stuff. And then I had this little blue car I was driving around. I had a Metro. That's not actually a picture of my car, because when you own a Metro, you don't take pictures of it, because who would want to? But I found an image of what the kind of car I used to. I mean, the window wouldn't even shut all the way. It was unbelievable. So it was a total joke. And, people like, I was telling my brother about this a little while ago, and he's like, oh, yeah, I remember when you did that. I thought that was ridiculous. And I was like, oh, thanks a lot. And it was. And I even tried, the traditional route. I bought real estate. I had different properties. And I put they said no money down properties, but I guess no money down for me meant $10,000. That was like a lot of money for me. And I owned this fourplex. I actually lived in it outside of Fort Hood, Texas. So I did these different types of things, all with the attempts of trying to make more money and get out and not go to corporate America. But I wasn't able to avoid that. And eventually got a job at Dell Computer in Austin, and I was the manager there. And everyone said, woohoo, you did a great job and all that. And that's where I worked, in that building right there. At the actual facility, I was a manager in their server department. We built servers, and I managed the employees, and lots of hours worked. And I was like, this is ridiculous. 3 weeks in, had a layoff, and I was sitting there in the factory going, man, how did I get into this? Because I didn't plan right. And I was like, wow, I got to get out of here. And so I was open to learning about making more money, and I figured that out, and I was able to get out of Dell back in 2003, and then full-time ever since. But I think a lot of people's thought processes keep them from really going after like what they should go for. And, the middle class dreams of the past really aren't what's going on today. I mentioned layoffs. We were hit by those. Matter of fact, that factory I worked in is not even in that thing's in mothballs now. All the jobs are now in Mexico, Juarez, Mexico. So, unemployment, job market, won't return. I don't know what kind of, if it is going to return, I don't know what it's going to look like. But, what I think about is if you got out of bed this morning, all right, if you got out of bed this morning and went to work because you wanted to, then you are in control of your money, all right? But if you got out of bed this morning because you had to, then money is in control of you. Even in the wealthiest nation in the world, 99% of the population is being controlled by money. And the effect is lack of money. It's not lack of money, it's the lack of thinking properly. Like ways that you could make more money. I was open to those ways. And so if you look at this, middle income, the jobs have been, replaced by low income jobs. The growth rates, the way people were, the raises, people didn't get raises. You hardly got any type of a raise when I was working there. So over the last year, nominal wages grew only 1.7%. They told me when I had a 5% raise that I got the best raise. I was like, really? Wow, that's crazy. I think it ended up being like $40 a paycheck. I mean, it's after taxes. So, what are you going to do with that? You're like, what, you buy bubble gum? I mean, come on. So wages and salaries have fallen, 60% of personal income in 1980 to 51% in 2010. Government transfers have risen 11%. Personal income in 1980 to 18.4% in 2002, a post-war high, and just people are, we got to think differently. And you really, a lot of people, like when they want to make more, if they need more money, they start looking to savings, and that's really not the answer, because you can't save your way to wealth. You can't save your way out of debt. You have to start earning more income until you face that fact that the only way out of your job is that you have to start making more money. And most people would probably get out of their jobs. I'm not saying everybody would, but most people would. But the thing that they don't know how to do is make more money. And so if you make yourself, valuable, if you learn things and you make yourself so valuable, but the marketplace, it's not specifically a job, but the marketplace will pay you over $120,000 a year. If you learn things that do that, then you're going to be valuable, and you can start, you don't have to worry about, what if my income, what if my job goes away? It doesn't matter, because you learn skills, and the only way to really get yourself out of, the job and everything like that is by earning more income, okay? And you have to create secure streams of income, right? You can't, when you are out there trying to make more money, you got to make sure it's something that's going to be stable. It's not going to just fly away and go away on you, and then you're like, wow, I quit. I know people that have, done businesses that aren't as stable, and they thought they could rely on them, and they couldn't. So you want to make sure that what you're working on has a great chance of long-term success, and don't try to count on home run investments. The middle class actually thinks about money more than the wealthy people do. It's just that they're worrying about money all the time. I don't have enough. What if I run out? What if I lose my job? How am I going to pay for this? So they're always worrying about that kind of stuff, and they're trying to hit the home run type of investments, and that's just huge. And then, Shannon, your stories about education, I thought I was on the education track. Your stories are incredible, and we see this more and more. So why don't you tell them about that?
Yeah, I was raised in a very poor environment, and nobody in my family ever went to college. So I was literally indoctrinated since I was born that you go to school, you get good grades, you go to college, you get a good job, and then everything's going to be awesome. So I put myself through college. I worked 3 jobs. I went to a private girls all Catholic all girls college, and it was very expensive. I paid for the entire thing. I graduated with $30,000 in loans, with a degree in biology, and I graduated, and I made $26,000 a year. So that was like my first wake-up call. It just did not add up. And 17 million Americans with college degrees are doing jobs that require less than the skill levels associated with a bachelor's degree. And I'll tell you, I live right next to a farm here in Delaware. My daughter Trinity and I go over there every day. And there's a girl who works at the farm, and she works as a laborer. And I struck up a conversation with her, and I told her I was looking for, if she had any friends that were in college, I was looking for somebody to write some articles for blogs for me. And she was like, well, I've got a degree in English. And I said, really? She goes, well, actually, I have a double major, English and psychology. And I was like, really? What are you doing here? She was like, well, I can't find a job. So she is literally working shoveling chicken poop with 2 major college degrees. Right? And I'm sure that wasn't her intention when her parents spent all that money to put her through college. 33% are living back home, as she is. 1 in 2 college graduates is jobless or unemployed. And if you walk into a restaurant, you'll find them waiting tables. You'll find them as cashiers, as retail clerks, as receptionists, as payroll clerks. And these are all jobs that you don't even need a high school diploma for. Yet these guys have college degrees. And on top of it, they're walking away with the average debt of $23,000 to $54,000. 3% of these guys are walking away with debt over $100,000, and they can't earn their way out of it. They can't find a job to make enough to pay for their living expenses and to pay down their student loans, right? And this is a really great quote in a recent article that I wrote. 50 years ago, the middle class was a desirable group to aspire to. And that's how our grandparents thought about it, right? Well, today, it's just a risky, painful economic condition failing millions of people. And that's from Grant Cardone. There's a picture of him there. He's a well-known author and speaker. And the wealthy don't seek comfort, right? The people who are wealthy, they're not looking to be comfortable. They're not looking to just have 2 cars and have time at night to watch their sitcom. They're seeking wealth. They're looking for solvency, right? Which means they've got liquid assets that they can use, and survival without economic pressure. And that's what we looked at that picture in the beginning, right? Where you're living your life and you're really enjoying it. And I would imagine for many of you on the line, you're exactly where I was back in 2002. And you're right where Steve was when he got out of the military and decided to buy that gift basket franchise. I'm sorry, it's hard for me to not laugh about it. I just cannot picture you doing gift baskets. I'm so sorry. Yes. But you're at a crossroads. And your question right now is, well, do I stay on course? Do I continue doing what I've always done? And that's probably not getting you the results, right? Which is why you're spending this time with us. Do you go back to school? Do you get another degree and try to compete in that marketplace, which we know is saturated, right, with college kids that can't find jobs? Do you start a business, which is a really great avenue, we'll talk about that, or do you go out there and do you look for a new job, right? Like, how are you going to improve your situation? And how do you get from down here where you're stressed out, you're worried, you're, financially struggling, you're broke, you're burnt out, you have trouble sleeping at night, you've got that anxiety of how are you going to pay the next bill. Maybe you're even, counting pennies trying to get this bill paid today and that bill paid next week. And now we're in the holiday season, and a lot of people are stressed out because they're wondering how the heck are they going to pay for that, right? And not walk away with debt. But how do you get to here, financially secure, a flow of reliable income that you can count on, that you don't worry about somebody taking away, right? You're not worried about being fired or laid off or anything. You know that this is coming like clockwork. And that carefree feeling where you go to bed at night and you're just at peace with the world and your life, and you can relax and you don't have the tension in your shoulders and you're just enjoying life and you've got that freedom of time and you feel successful, right? And on top of it, you feel like you can leave a legacy. Well, that's what we're going to talk about, how you get there, because I'll tell you, my friends, that is a great place to be. Steve, what are the options that people have these days?
They have one option as far as I'm concerned, but you saw what I tried. I mean, listen, like I went to the franchises. I went and looked at all these different options on how to make more money, right? And so I went and looked at the franchise. I actually went to there. I watched what was going on. I asked who the owner was. And the owners at the back making sandwiches or like behind the counter. I was like, wow, this is crazy. And then traditional businesses, I mean, you talk to a traditional business owner who can take a 3 weeks off, and I would like to meet them, okay, because it's rare that happens, and it's just all-consuming. I'm not saying that no one makes money in franchises or traditional businesses, because they do, but, I mean, what's their lifestyle like? They don't have time flexibility. Normally, they don't have that. They don't have the ability to build something and retire from it, because it just doesn't, it's not in the cards. And so network marketing is the way I went, because one, I couldn't spend 80 grand on the big franchises. I tried the other ones, and I realized I needed the whole thing where other people were helping you do stuff, and it was the leveraging, and it wasn't just you doing it all. And then I read books, and I read some of these books, and a lot of these authors and even famous people like Warren Buffett had bought network marketing companies, and there was, I actually got started because I read a book, Multiple Streams of Income, and I got into network marketing because of the author's recommendation. So I knew that it was endorsed by people that had good business minds, training was there, low startup costs. That was right down my alley. I could do that. I could see it after seeing the other expenses, $5,000, $3,500, $10,000 for real estate. I was like, wow. And none of those things could get me out of having a job. And then having managed employees, there was one thing to be on the military, but then there was like civilian employees. The whole thing was just like, wow, I don't want that, because employees, they're not as vested as the owner ever. Very little overhead, hardly any overhead, and simple systems to follow. And, it's just more and more people are seeing this as a viable way. And sometimes people are a little confused on, how network marketing works and versus like a traditional type company. And when you're looking at it, network marketing, like let's just imagine like, I worked, for instance, I worked for Dell, okay, and obviously that's a real big company, but they both have, office buildings, large office buildings. That's where they're the same. Dell had the presidents, vice presidents, managers, CEOs. So does the network marketing company. They both have the people who run the companies on the corporate side, but the difference is where they spend their advertising money. For instance, where a company would spend $50 million in advertising their products, traditional companies will see, like Brad Pitt endorsing Heineken, or, Catherine Zeta-Jones talking about T-Mobile. Now there's a new gal doing it. And so, they are paid celebrities. They pay them a lot and hope that the celebrity's name will get people to want to, follow that product. And it has a degree of working, obviously, but they're always changing that out. When I was at Dell, they had this crazy kid. He was like, dude, you're getting a Dell. And, like, that was the big thing going on. So that was how they were selling. They had this kind of crazy ad going. They were paying this guy $1 million to say, dude, you're getting a Dell. I mean, that was when I was there. And so I was like, that's kind of nuts. And then they basically would do that. That was what traditional companies do. They pay celebrities. And in network marketing, what they do is they have ordinary people like me and you who sell the product and find others to do the same. And the only major difference between MLM companies and traditional companies is that MLM companies pay ordinary people like me and you to promote their products and services instead of paying celebrities. And then we're able to explain things better. Catherine Zeta-Jones might not even use that phone or whatever, and we can explain things to people better, and because we have the experience and we know more about the product, our service, whatever, we can talk to people about it and help more people. So we're more valuable to the end consumer because we can show them and talk to them about it, and it's just a really good way to get the word out there. And a lot of people know that the word of mouth and just people doing it in this manner is huge, and it saves. Again, it's the greatest way because it expands so fast.
So the simple formula for increasing wealth, guys, when I got this, it was one of those like aha moments where you just sit there and you're thinking, duh, this is easier than I thought. The simple formula for increasing wealth is simply to identify a need or a want, and the way that you do that is just listen. You listen to people. What are they talking about? What are they complaining about? What problems do they have? And then you fill that need with a quality product. And here we've got the training provided for you to do that, right? Then you educate your customer, you follow up with them, you identify another need or want, you fill that need with a quality product, you educate, you follow up, and you just repeat. And each time you do that, you earn income. It's that simple. And the great thing about network marketing is that the company does all of this for you. All you do is you identify a need or a want, you listen, you find people that are looking for what you have to offer, they make the product, they make the resources, they make the training, they make all the educational, and they teach you how to follow up, right? So the company we're going to talk to you guys about tonight is RX, and that's our home. That's Steve and mine and Tim Sales, who's hopped on here too. That's our home. It was founded July 4th of 2011. It's headquartered in Bountiful, Utah, and here you can see our beautiful, beautiful executive team. And the first thing I want to share with you is while this company is new, the executives have decades of experience in this industry. Many of them have already worked with companies that were doing over $600 million a year in the highest executive positions. They were the guys and the gals running the ship. So they know what they're doing, and they've decided to create RX as the gold standard in the industry. Right now, our company is in 9 countries. We've got immediate plans to open in Singapore, Australia, New Zealand, and then way on from beyond there. So you can see right now how ground floor this is, but also how rapidly expanding. The company's already done $1 million in revenue in a single week. We've got tens of thousands of distributors worldwide, and we've got so much more expansion that's coming down the pike. Now, I want to share with you guys what I was looking for. Now, a couple years ago, I retired for a couple years, and I spent my time looking for what was going to be next, what was going to be my home for the rest of my life. And I had a great conversation with a gentleman who is so knowledgeable in the industry. He's one of the major consultants that works with very large companies. And I said, what is the formula for really collecting those high 6-figure monthly residual checks? What's the formula? How do I get there? And he gave me this proven formula, and that's what I was looking for. He said, Shannon, you have to work with a new company that is just starting to hit momentum. But you want the executives to be experienced. You don't want one of these guys that goes out and he's hiking through the jungle and he finds a berry and now he's decided to start a network marketing company and he comes back and he doesn't have any business experience, right? You want smart people running the ship, but you want a new company. You want innovative products that stand alone in the marketplace that are just way above anything else that's out there, unique, proprietary. That's what you want. You want ethical, experienced leadership. You want to work with top people in the industry who are doing the training for you, and you want to have access to that. And you want a lucrative compensation plan. What he told me, he said, you know what, look for the immediate satisfaction. What's the word I'm thinking of? Satisfaction. Can't think of the word. Steve, help me out here.
I don't know the word, but hey,
immediate.
What you're saying.
You want to be immediately satisfied, but you also want long-term results, right? I sound like I'm giving out the formula for a good marriage, right?
What you were saying is that you need not only that you can make some money in the immediate, but it's a long-term business. It's not just like some companies are all about boom, you make a big check, and then it's like, okay, go find another one. And so you want to have it not only can make you money in the immediate, but you also want to have the long-term income as well.
That's right.
Everyone's like satisfaction. They're all telling you they're
gratification. Gratification. That's the word.
Immediate gratification.
Immediate gratification. See, guys, I just proved to you that you do not need to be that bright to be very successful in this industry, right? You want immediate gratification, but long-term stability and long-term residual income. Now, when I found RX, that was it. I got it. The first guy that I met with this company was Tim. The second guy that I met was Steve. And when I met these two guys and I met Tim's wife, Laura, I was sold, beyond sold. And I know that, Steve, that's been your experience as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Tim Sales and I, we've known each other for probably going back to like 2005, where I had him come in and training my teams. We became friends. He suggested I move to Florida, so we did. My wife, she said, absolutely, let's do it. So we moved to Florida, and we worked on different ideas, and it ended up turning out to creating RX, helping create that. And it's been very exciting. And Tim, to me, he is the guy who gets it right in the industry. I've done a lot of trainings over the years, and I've met a lot of trainers, and nobody really, breaks things down the way he's able to do. His Brilliant Compensation CD and DVD sold over 40 million paid downloads online. Hundreds of thousands of CDs and DVDs have been sold. And Tim helped the industry. He's been an ambassador. He's made over $150,000 a month. Retired back in '95, became an ambassador, created these tools, and literally thousands and thousands and thousands of people have used this. A funny story, one of our team members, Jimmy, who we signed up the Navy SEAL team with our water bottle here, he just told me that his cousin was pitched was basically someone talked to him about another company, and they were using Brilliant Compensation. They had his cousin watch Brilliant Compensation. We're like, hello, Tim works with us. And so anyway, Tim's DVDs, his training materials have changed the industry, made people professional, responsible for what they say to people, what they don't say. And if you've been in network marketing before and you've jumped into different companies and you're trying to find that silver bullet, I'm telling you right now, there is no silver bullet. It's you getting better at the basics of communication with people, training, and getting better, and not just saying, well, I tried that, I listened to it once. No, you get into what we're doing and you find out the kind of training that we put together here in RX, and you really dig in there and you come to like live trainings, like you see Tim down here in his battle center, his command center there on the right corner. That's him, training team members on drills and practicing and getting better and doing what it takes to make the business successful. And, I don't know too many people that have been able to get Larry King to interview them, that Tim did, and had him interview about the network marketing MLM industry. And, it's just, we have the best of the best training here, and that's what I really love, because training is the foundation of your residual and your reoccurring income. So, and again, that's you and Tim, and you guys have been working together as well. It's been a lot of fun.
So RX is a different type of animal, guys. RX was started as an opportunity company. And what we mean by that is that the plan with RX is to launch multiple brands. Right now we've got 3 brands and a 4th coming. That gives you an expanding product line. One of the things that I always look for in this industry, or something that's a little scary to me, is when a company is out there and they've got one product. Because the reality is that when somebody's got a good product, what happens? Everybody else starts looking to copy it, right? And then you create massive competition for yourself. Well, with RX, we're launching multiple brands, an expanding product line. We've got a lucrative proprietary compensation plan, and what I mean by proprietary is our compensation plan is actually patent pending. Nobody else will have it. Nobody else can have it. It's 100% ours. It was also
I've never even heard of that. I've never even heard of that. Like, how do you get the patent pending compensation? Oh, that's awesome. So that's
it is.
Cool.
And Steve, why don't you talk about this here real quick?
Yeah, this is very important. Like, a lot of people just, I've actually been hearing over the last year all the horror stories of what people have been going through sometimes in companies. If you've been in network marketing, if you're not, sometimes these are things that people, like, they've had their businesses, taken away and things of that nature. And it's not something that happens all the time, but you want to make sure that it can't happen. All right, you want to make sure that it's something that doesn't happen to you, and that the company, that it's a true partnership between us and RX, and that it's not just all the rules are in favor of RX and we have to abide to everything, and it's all about them. So what RX did is they thought about creating a true partnership so that Shannon, you and I, and RX, and Tim, and all these other folks here, like Emily and Dean, everybody out there, that we can create a business that we can truly pass on to our family members, a long-term business. And that's what you have to think about when you're doing network marketing. That you're doing it for one reason, to me, like one major reason, not only to help people, but the first person you got to help is yourself, right? You can't help others if you're like you're not being helped yourself first. And so how do you create a long-term income that will help, that you can pass on, and it's a true asset? And so how you do that is you have a partners council, people that like us that they listen to us. If we need things changed, and you'll see some great changes at the end of this webinar that we were able to do just in the last week, and it's going to make people a lot of money, and they listen to us. The ability to share in the profits and actually get part ownership in the company, nobody has that. Getting part ownership. Normally when a new network marketing company starts, the people that make the most money are the owners. And here, they're sharing the profits with people like you and I. And that is just not even in the reach of any other company out there. And so you have true ownership and protection. And it's your business. That they can't just take it away because they make up some rule and a little council gets together and says, oh, well, you didn't follow this rule, so you're out. And you have no ability to protect yourself. And here you do. And it's really cool. They don't have things where they can just turn into a retail company. And most companies have that in their policies and procedures, that they can change their business model at any time. And I didn't think that really happened until we gathered a whole team from the Netherlands, because they woke up on a Monday and their company had said, we're no longer a direct sales network marketing company, but you can buy our products retail. So basically, they kept all the customers of the distributors and got rid of and didn't pay them. And so then they were out on the street, and some people were making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year down to nothing. And so with RX, we don't have those kinds of policies. We won't do that. And that's very rare in this industry. So again, thinking differently, changing the mode of the companies out there. And if you've been in network marketing before, this is probably the most important slide for you in the entire slide deck. I mean, I'm telling you right now, because of what they've been able to do with this. The right to review compensation plan changes. They won't just change the comp plan, well, because they decide to. And so they have a lot of these different things that, and there's, the list is there, and the company has really put these together. And so what they're thinking about in this is really a balanced approach to wellness, all right? And what does that mean? So what RX is doing, what I really love, is RX knows what it is. It's not a vitamin company. It's not a shake company. It's not a diet company. It's not a weight loss company. It's none of those things, all right? What it is a true opportunity company. And what that means is RX will always be enhancing the opportunity. Oftentimes in this industry, I just was talking to a guy before. He's like, well, what's your product? What is it? Like, what kind of company is it? I'm like, it's an opportunity company. He had to sit back, and I know he sat back in his chair. He's like, wow, really? I was like, yeah, we're not a juice. We're not of this. We're not of that. But what we're doing is we're focusing in 360 degrees of health, including, healthy body, which is nutrition, healthy home, healthy finances. We're going to have a stock trading division eventually. And we're moving into these different brands, like we're going to have the Healthy Baby Academy. That'll be a brand that you can go build, and the name Healthy Baby Academy is what will be known, not RX. There's certain companies, if you mention their name, you say, I don't want to join that, because the name of the company gets saturated, not the products. Okay, so the products, to think that the product saturated is really kind of not, it's just not true. They don't saturate. It's not like Coca-Cola got saturated, right? But it's the name of network marketing companies that gets saturated where people don't want to hear about it anymore. So RX is going to be building out these different brands like SlenderX and all these different things. Yes, we'll have the best nutrition. Yes, we'll have the best weight loss. Yes, we'll have non-toxic skincare. But we're going to be focusing so you can build those different businesses, and then you can actually branch out. And so that's what I'm excited about, is RX is moving into multiple divisions and really building out different brands. And that's very, very exciting to me. And, one of the big brands is obviously we don't want to leave out the baby boomers. They've created all the trends since World War II. They've been the trendsetters. And as they're getting older, 78 million baby boomers translates into $1 trillion industry. And so we don't want to leave that one on the table. We're actually going after that one big time. And so, Shannon, why don't you talk to them a little bit about some of the products that we have that are meeting this need in our Healthy for Life division?
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, I'm not going to go too much into the products because literally I could spend another hour on the phone with you going through everything about our products and telling you how great they are. But our Healthy for Life is our nutritional division. And then the most important things to know is we have a product developer here. Her name is Deanna Latson. She's one of the partners in the company. And just as a coincidence, I've known Deanna since 2004. I spent $13,000 to go to a conference, and Deanna was one of the speakers. So that's how great she is that she was actually at this event. And she was talking about product ingredients, and she was talking about contaminants and pesticides and everything. And in a one-on-one conversation I had with her at the end of that event, she gave me one little tip that totally changed my health for years. So she is just fanatical about ingredient quality. She's studied up, she's spoken for major Fortune 500 companies on nutrition and wellness. And every one of our products exceeds industry standards. They're developed and based on latest clinical research. They're the purest natural ingredients. You won't find artificial colors, no preservatives, artificial flavors, none of that junk in our products. They're manufactured in a facility that is GMP compliant and FDA, OTC, NSF certified. And basically what that means, guys, because that's a lot of letters, is that every regulatory agency that can check the quality of the manufacturing of our products does and certifies them. They're free of any undeclared contaminants, which means what's on the label is what you get. And here's just a couple of things that I'm going to share with you about them. Now, I, years ago, just never even really thought about nutritionals, right? And I got my husband and myself starting to take some vitamins and minerals because I know in our food, even if you're eating all organic, because of our farming practices and how depleted our soil is, and how they're picking food that isn't even ripe and they're shipping it thousands of miles, right? You're not getting the same nutrition in your diet, even if you were eating 100% awesome, that you would have 100 years ago. So even the FDA, who I don't usually listen to about a lot of things, but even they are saying it is critical you take supplements because you can't get all the vitamins and minerals that you need out of our food today. It's nearly impossible. So with our products, I'm going to share one quick story. My husband, who I put on vitamins and minerals, and it was like, get whatever you're going to get at Walgreens or whatever. I was like, I'm not going to buy that stuff. We got started here with RX. I got the nutritionals, and I got the optimals, the vitamins and minerals. And I said, look, babe, babe, that's what I call him. I said, look, babe, I looked into these. I really want you to try them. And my husband goes to the gym. He's a weightlifter. He came back the next day, and he said, I got to tell you, I was lifting heavier, I feel better, and I've got more energy today than I've had in a long time. And as soon as he's close to running out, he's asking me, when are we getting more, right? So that right there will tell you that you actually feel better. If you want energy, if you want vitality, if you want better health, if you want to help yourself with any heart situations, these products are going to help you do that. And I'm just going to speak about two that I'm really, really passionate about here, and I could go on and on about a lot of them. One is our Pure Nourish shake, and I have taken shakes for probably a decade, and I've never been able to find one that I really feel great about. And I take them mostly as weight management, right, so that I'm not eating all day long. Our Pure Nourish shake is low glycemic, which means it's not going to spike your sugar. If you have one of those issues where you start getting hungry around 3 o'clock in the afternoon and you're looking for pretzels and chips and Doritos and anything else you can get your hands on, instead take a Pure Nourish shake. It's going to fill you up. It's gluten-free. It's dairy-free. It's not going to spike your sugars. It's going to help you with weight management. And all of our products, 100% of our products are GMO-free. No genetically modified organisms. And now they're really starting to show that genetically modified organisms are dangerous. In many cases, they're cancer-causing. Some countries just ban them because they're showing an incidence of cancer long-term. All of our products are free of artificial flavors and colors, right? And the Pure Nourish provides 20% of daily fiber, 90% of vitamins and minerals, probiotics, beneficial enzymes. But here's what I love most about it. My husband and I have a shake every single morning. My daughter, who's almost 2 years old, she turns 2 on October 15th, every morning she asks for her shake. And in that, she loves it. I make it with spinach and berries. My daughter's getting a chock full of servings of fresh fruit. She's getting servings of vegetables. She's getting vitamins and minerals. And she's getting healthy, lean protein for her body. She's the healthiest little 2-year-old that I know. Just amazing when you introduce this to your family and everybody is feeling great and has awesome energy. And I feel a difference when I don't take it, right? And that really is the testament right there. If you don't take it and you feel a difference, then you know. This is our Rejuvenate.
I'm just telling you right now, Shannon, that shake tastes really good. I've tasted a lot of them. You like want to spit them out. That thing, the Pure Nourish, it rocks. So.
Oh, it's delicious. And we're coming out with chocolate soon. I don't know if I was supposed to spill beans on that, but we are. And then this is our Rejuvenex. I love this product. If you've ever taken energy drinks which are loaded up with preservatives and toxins and chemicals and nasty, nasty caffeine, and they deplete your body, they give you that shock where you're like jittery, but you need to wake up because you didn't get enough sleep or your diet is draining you. Right? As a mom, some nights I only get 4 hours of sleep. And as a working mom, I work from home, right? I'm a full-time mom and a part-time business owner, right? Sometimes I need that jolt of energy. And I don't like to take energy drinks or any of those nasty products. I keep our diet here pretty clean. I take 2 Rejuvenex. I feel like I slept 8 hours. I'm getting a mega dose of antioxidants. I mean, when you just look at what's in this, goji berry, mangosteen, maca berry, kava kava, noni berry, L-theanine, sea buckhorn, green coffee bean extract, you are getting a huge dose of superfruits, antioxidants, heart benefits, heart health benefits, blood pressure benefits, all of that. Plus, you get this incredible boost of energy, but it's not the jittery kind. You get mental clarity. This product, I have given this product to literally everybody I know, and they're all crazy about it. I'm like a Rejuvenex dealer. Right? It's an amazing product. So that's the 2 products that I just want to share with you guys because those are the ones I'm most just stoked about. And then we're going to talk about some of our other brands. Whoops, I'm going backwards here. This is SlenderX. SlenderX is one of our hottest items right now, healthy, natural, fast weight loss. Can you believe that, right? Fast weight loss that's healthy and natural. SlenderX, first of all, we couldn't even keep it in stock. The company sold out of it multiple times. I would call up Tim Sales and his wife Laura, and I'd be like, please, 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 do you have some in your closet? Because I had a waiting list of customers demanding this product. It alleviates hunger, it flushes fats and toxins from the body, it supports speedy weight loss. It's non-toxic and 100% homeopathic. And what that means is it has no counterindications with anything. It's free of hormones and stimulants, and it helps to just flush the fat. And when you talk about a product that's high in demand, when you're looking at a business, right, and you're wondering, are you going to have a market for it? Well, let's just face some facts. 67% of Americans are overweight right now. Almost 40% of them are obese. And this is sad, 17% of American children are obese. That's up almost 300% since 1980. Why? Because they're eating junk, they're eating processed foods, their food is full of BPA and preservatives and chemicals and things that mess with their hormones. By 2020, they're predicting that 74%, 3/4 of America is going to be overweight or obese, right? This is pandemic. We've gone beyond epidemic. We are in a pandemic situation, and it's no better in Canada or many of the other countries, but we have a solution. So, Steve, why don't you talk about the results people are getting with SlenderX here?
Oh, I'm always so excited about this one. Woman in wheelchair drops 66 pounds. This is Lisa Cummings, and her third cousin, Tony Hughes, one of our leaders, actually introduced her to SlenderX. And unfortunately, Lisa was in an ATV accident 8 years ago and was not able to, she's basically paralyzed from her chest down. And she started on SlenderX and some of the nutritional products back on May 29th, 2012, which is just recent, right? And since then, we were really excited when she had lost 45 pounds. That's the one in the middle. And then now she's down 66 pounds, and that's a picture of last Saturday. And she is so excited about this. And you hear her talk about it. It's amazing. And people want to know what she's doing. And, we're getting results like this. And it's basically following, using the drops under your tongue, and people, are able to suppress their appetite, eat real foods, so you're not eating a bunch of crazy stuff, and it works extremely well. And this is like Rick Billings, he lost 25 pounds in 25 days. And again, everyone's results vary, but I don't know too many people, I haven't met anybody who's not losing weight with this, and it's really cool. Here's Lynn Ellen Johnson. If you told me that's Lynn Ellen Johnson on the left, that's who I've known for 12 years, absolutely, that's her, but not anymore. Now she's like the hot grandma, and she's lost 40 pounds, and it's unbelievable. And her whole health has changed, all this. This is Terry, and Terry's like, look at him, he says on Facebook there, he says, just got off the scales, weight 152, down from 179 pounds as of August 6th, and I think this was like the first part of September. He said he said a fact, January 1978, when I was working for the Hutch Fire Department, I weighed 147 pounds. Almost 35 years later, I'm within 5 pounds. And guess what? He just texted me 2 days ago, and he says, I'm now 147 pounds. Look at him, and he's there in Kansas, and he's getting these results. It's very, very exciting. And, oh, wait, you've got some results, too. Shannon, what you share with us?
I sure have, yeah. These are my pictures. I've lost 40 pounds with SlenderX, and that was after trying to lose weight for a year and a half after my daughter and not even being able to get the scale to budge. And I lost 25 pounds in my first 48 days and have just had remarkable results. And when you look at what we're achieving here with SlenderX, I mean, look at this chart, guys. SlenderX, the average amount lost, 14.18 pounds in our first 30 days, versus programs like Jenny Craig, 15 pounds in a year, Atkins, 10 pounds in a year, Ally, 4 to 6 pounds in a year, Weight Watchers, 10 pounds in 18 months, right? We're talking about very little sacrifice with a huge upfront gain in our product. And by the way, SlenderX is a fraction of the cost of these other programs, Jenny Craig, Atkins, Zenical, all of that. And
Let me ask him real quick. Has anybody tried these things on the webinar? You can just raise your hand, or you can make a little chat. Anybody tried any of these types of things? I know you have. I've heard your stories. Anybody tried any of these? You did some. You were even like on Body for Life, like in the whole video, and lost all this weight and like blew out your back, and it's unbelievable. Just about all of them. ... Yeah, people are responding here, raising their hands. Larry. Paul, man, it's awesome. More people are raising their hands. Yep, tried it before. I use Sensa with 0 results in 2 months. Brutal. That's the one they're talking about all the time now. So, yeah. And the price for this kind of stuff, I mean, the amount of money, how much do you estimate you spent on this kind of stuff?
Oh, thousands of dollars. I would say in my lifetime, I probably spent about $10,000 to $15,000 trying to get the weight off. I know Jenny Craig is about $800. Weight Watchers, for 18 months, you're looking at $500-600. Zenical, I wouldn't even touch that. I mean, that's got all kinds of nasty side effects. Yeah,
yep.
just.
Well, people are putting out here. I spent, like Emily said, spent 4,000 plus, and I know she's down about 20-something pounds. And so it's just incredible what we're getting. But this is one of the brands, and this is one of the exciting brands we have, but this is even a more exciting brand that's going to have, to me, I don't know if it's more exciting, but it's a different brand, a different direction. Again, RX is the opportunity company. We're not some vitamin thing, okay? And remember that. And what RX is doing is they're creating innovative products that are going to change the way people do things on the planet. That may sound like a bold statement. That may sound crazy, but it's not. And I want to talk to you about that today real quick. And by the way, Emily said she lost 35 pounds. So I stand corrected, Emily. Way to go. But so we'll talk more about this water bottle. But, what do you do? Like, everyone drinks water, right? So how do we drink our water? I talk to some people, and they proudly say, I drink tap water. I don't drink bottled water. Well, if you're drinking tap water, guess what? Here is what's in your water, not according to Steve, but the New York Times. the top 10 rated worst water supply systems in the United States. And Reno, Nevada, if you drink water there, your tap water, you get arsenic in it, manganese. North Las Vegas, you get 26 chemicals. I hope you enjoy it. Las Vegas, Nevada, 30 chemicals. And Riverside, 30. I know we got some people on the webinar from Riverside. And San Diego, 20 chemicals. In the heartland in Omaha, Nebraska, you get 42. You wouldn't have 42 chemicals in Nebraska. Come on, it's got to be pure. No way. And people are experiencing this even where I'm at. Arsenic's in the water. It's unbelievable. And but some people say, well, okay, I don't drink tap water. I drink bottled water. Well, did you know that bottled water is more expensive than gas? 16.9 ounces of Dasani or Aquafina. Like if you stop at the gas station, because you don't always get them at the Costco. You might stop at the gas station, $1.50, boom, $1.50 here, $1.50 there. I'm at lunch, $2. At a restaurant, $2. It's like $11.36 a gallon. Okay, if gas was up, we'd have like riots, right? I mean, what we're paying for water that way. $1.50 for like the more exclusive, like Evian. And do you know that the Evian spelled backwards actually says naive? Makes you wonder. And that's $21 a gallon. And there's videos like Blue Gold. If you've not watched that, go watch those videos. And you see what's going on with water. And so we have a solution for basically for bottled water, for tap water, and in reducing that usage. And if you look at like what you spend your money on, right? We have our water bottle and filter system, and the water bottle we have filters about 378 bottles, about 50 gallons of water, roughly. And if you compare that to buying like Dasani, Arrowhead, Fiji, those types of things, you price it out. The average cost for about a 16.9-ounce bottle of water that we normally buy, like a Dasani, Aquafina, if you buy them at Costco, Dasani is about 80 cents. Well, when you filter it with our filter, and you can get water. You can be at the gas station and fill it up in the sink at the gas station, and your cost of water is about 14 cents. Okay, cost per gallon is about $1.10. Cost per gallon of a Dasani is $6. Eternal Artesian is $25 a gallon. So from a price standpoint, it's huge. From an emergency preparedness standpoint, it's huge. Where you can have water instead of having big buckets of water on station in your basement or in your garage, wherever. You can actually just have the filters, and you can get water from any source. And so you give yourself and your family access to clean, safe drinking water anywhere. It doesn't filter out salt water, but any water source on Earth it does. Other than that, and so you can dip it into a pool and get rid of the chlorine and reduce out the chlorine. So secure access to clean, contaminant-free water anywhere. Eliminate the risks of illness from bacteria, viruses, protozoa, all that kind of stuff that you'd be worried about drinking the water in Mexico. We've got people go down there in Mexico and dip their water bottle in the water and drink it. Okay, and so it ensures clean drinking water for you and your children. My kids use it. We stopped buying all the plastic bottles, and it reduces out the BPA consumption. BPA has been linked to a lot of different things from diabetes to cancers, and so we're not exposing ourselves, because when you crinkle a plastic bottle, that's the BPA, and you're exposing yourself to that. You want to reduce that out, especially not be exposing your kids to that. And we're just not aware of those things, but with RX, we're making people aware. So it saves money, and by the way, it looks really, really cool. And we actually just had the Navy SEAL team buy these bottles, and not only that, but we have little kids using it here, and so you can see them enjoying. There's Trinity, there's Tony Hughes. And then there's Tristan Sales over there in his car seat. That kid always has that water bottle. I have mine right here as well. And RX has like the full spectrum of products right now. And here with the nutrition, and we've talked about these different products. And this is kind of just like wrapping it up in where we're at right now. We have this Healthy for Life division, but we've got something very exciting coming. All right. Sometimes entire companies are built on this, and this is another brand that RX is going into. And so what could contain all of this stuff here? All of these, I don't even know how to say this stuff, Shannon. I mean, what is this? Cordy Eves? This is a Deanna creation. Oh, my goodness. But we're lucky to have Deanna, and she created the mother of all juices. And so all of these ingredients, 32-plus ingredients, are included in our new product that's being launched in the next couple of weeks called MOA. And MOA literally stands for Mother of All Juices out there. Lots of companies have juices, but nobody has a juice like RX's MOA. And this is going to be huge. And this is simply a juice that you would take a couple of shots of it in the morning and in the night, and you'd be good to go for the day. Lots of antioxidants. Now, the difference here is that a lot of juices out there use a preservative to preserve, to make their product so it doesn't go bad, right? So it has a shelf life, etc. But there's a lot of consequences. This sodium benzoate, that when combined with ascorbic acid, hello, what do you think's in juice? Vitamin C, of course. When you combine it with that, a lot of companies use this. And when you combine it with the juice, it actually converts benzene. It basically converts to benzene, a carcinogen reported to cause leukemia, DNA damage, damage to mitochondria in your cells, cell death, and attention deficit disorder. So you're there thinking you're drinking this juice, but you're exposing yourself to this. In RX's MOA juice, we have no preservatives. We don't have this in it at all. And again, it goes back to what we're doing, why we're doing things differently, and that we're not putting people at risk. Deanna wouldn't live with herself to doing that, and Deanna, again, our product officer, and again, we're not exposing ourselves to this. This stuff is scary. The leading juice companies that are out there have built big network marketing companies. They all have this in there. And most all of them have this in there. That's not good. Plus, our fruit all comes from puree versus freeze-dried powders, which a lot of the juices come from. Again, it goes to the standards that we're doing. And as you look to the future with RX, you want to always be expanding and diversifying your income. You don't want to be saying, the same story 30 years from now, because the same story 30 years from now most likely won't be the one that will be building the business. So, and you may be totally retired, but you want your income to always be increasing. And so we're starting to diversify into these different brands like the Healthy Baby Academy, teaching moms how to stay home and have the most healthy, perfect kids. And this applies to a lot of people. This will create movements. Or how would you like to really master the stock market and learn how to be financially independent? Make a bunch of money. You can make money from your RX business and then go into the stock trading division. Or you can simply build the stock trading division, and these are different market segments that we'll go into. And we also got the lady who created the Toxic Free Foundation. You see her standards for what goes in skincare, and you'll know that RX will have the best skincare division coming out second quarter of next year. And you'll see that as a whole nother business that you could build with the RX brand. And the names of these will be the ones that get known: Healthy Baby Academy, SlenderX, Purity. I don't even know what the stock trading division will be called, but it's going to be something cool, and that's what people will get to know. And RX will always keep its name safe, and a name that people are like, wow, that's part of RX too? Wow, that company is incredible, okay? And so and that's what you're going to see here. And I hope you really get that. If you're a one-trick pony in network marketing, you're going to be out of business soon, and I would not advise it. If RX has a brand or something that, let's say they do something and it doesn't go right, like the brand doesn't make a bunch of money, well, it doesn't take the whole business down. If you're in deregulation of energy right now, good for you for the next 5-10 years, but in 10 years, I hope your whole company is not wrapped around that, because those things always get priced out of the market. They always have, and they always will. History repeats itself. That's why we study history. So with RX, you'll be able to diversify into different areas and have a business that will last you for a legacy for many years to come. So Shannon, talk to them about this patent-pending compensation plan real quick.
Absolutely. Well, guys, I got to say, one thing that I absolutely love is making money. So I'd love to talk to everybody about this slide. This compensation plan is so powerful and so lucrative for everybody. When you first get started, you have the ability to make upfront income as well as long-term residuals. And there's actually 8 ways to earn with our compensation plan. So the first way is obviously retail products. If you're out there selling a product, you're going to make a retail commission. And some of the products that I'm constantly retailing are like the SlenderX, the Purity water bottles. You talk to anybody, and you hear them talk about wanting to lose weight. If I'm in a restaurant eating and I hear somebody, talking about, I shouldn't eat that, I just say, it looks awfully yummy, you start a conversation, whatever, but you got the opportunity for retail profits. You also have the opportunity for base commissions, right? All the product that you sell plus your organization, you can make up to 15% on that. We have what's called the team lead bonus, and the team lead bonus is awesome because it gives you the ability to get your monthly auto ship for free. And as soon as you have 4 people that get started as members, they get their product order, they get their monthly auto ship, you've earned your team lead bonus. You're making over $100 a month, getting your product for free. And gold status is a status that you achieve that has all kinds of financial benefits attached to it as well. We've got matching bonuses, and you can see that over here. Now, this is where just huge money comes into play. When you hear about people making $20, $30, $50, $100,000 a month, this is it. And this is through duplication. Now, we are in a ground floor opportunity, but we're rapidly expanding, right? So when people hear about RX and they get started, you have the ability to earn 15% of the base commissions. That's a matching 15% of the base commission check that anybody you personally enroll earns on a week-to-week basis. Commissions are paid weekly here, which is nice. Then you have 10% of their people that they enroll. So you've got your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, great-great-great, down, and you can see when you get down to the 7th level, you can imagine if you've got all the people on your 2nd level enrolling and all the people on your 3rd level enrolling and how that builds out. This is where the huge residual checks for long-term come in. So matching bonuses, you have an opportunity. Pay line bonuses. There's income position bonuses. The company just gives you so many ways to earn on top of your commissions, on top of your matching bonuses. And then, of course, we have our luxury car bonus. And Steve, I know you got to take advantage of that and rolled away with a nice blue BMW. We should have had a picture of that car next to your little blue Geo Metro there.
All right, well, that's okay. That's all right. It's in the garage. It's good enough.
Yeah, so 8 ways for you to earn income. And the company actually just made an enhancement, which is really cool. And I'm going to show you guys in a couple of minutes how you can make back your investment within 1 month. And I'll tell you what, in the businesses I was in, nobody ever taught me that, but we've got these huge new bonuses that are in place for everybody getting started. And what this is about is just developing an organization that's empowered. And we have master trainers. We've got Tim Sales here. We've got Steve teaching us step by step how to do this. So you can see as you're enrolling new business builders into your organization, they are enrolling new business builders into the organization, and that creates income for everybody. There's a cooperative effort that's happening here. Well, one of the cool things about RX, there's many, many cool things, but it's really up to you, right? You've got a choice of how you want to participate with RX. Do you want to be a preferred customer? And guys, what I want you to do is I want you to think about which category you're in, category 1, category 2, or category 3. What we find is everybody falls into one of these categories. Category 1 means you're a preferred customer. You'd like to get started with RX today. You want to receive a 30% discount on all of the products. You want a plan to get your products for free, which we will help you with, and you want the benefits of all of our products. You want to give your family pure access to good, clean drinking water. Maybe you want to lose 10, 20, 40 pounds, right? And you want to do it quickly, all right? You want to get it off by January, not by 2018. So, right, you want to be a preferred customer here with RX. Or if you're looking to make money, you've got 2 options. 1, you can be a category 2, and that's a part-time business builder. You're going to receive 30% discount on all of our products, and when you refer 4, you're going to receive your monthly order for free, and you're going to benefit from our ASAP bonus program, and I'm going to share what that is for you in a minute. And a category 2 is somebody who wants to earn about $500 to $3,000 a month, maybe spend about 10 hours per week on your business, but really a part-time effort. Or you could be a category 3, and this is what I was, this is what Steve was, the other people that you heard about, Catherine, Cecile, right? Category 3 means you are an RX partner. You're saying, you know what, Shannon, you know what, Steve, I want to partner with you. I want to benefit from your experience, your expertise. I want you to work with me to get me the income that I have always dreamed of. As a category 3, you're going to get all the benefits of a category 1 and 2, but you're also going to learn how to earn those large upfront checks from our ASAP bonus program. We're going to teach you how to do that step by step, and you're going to work very closely with team leaders for your success. This is really where you're going to spend about 15, 20 hours per week on your business, put in consistent effort, and you're looking for walk-away income. And what I mean by walk-away income is the type of income where you can walk away from your job. You can say, you can walk into your boss, you can knock on his door, and this is exactly what my husband John and I did. You can walk in, You can shake his or her hand, and you can say, you know what, I can no longer afford to work for you. I'm out of here. That's walkaway income, and that's what a Category 3 is. So are you a Category 1? Are you a Category 2? Or are you a Category 3? And, you know, it'd be great. Type it into the chat box there so we know who you are. We get all giddy and excited about who we're going to be working with and who we're going to be helping when we come off of the webinars. So let me show you what you're on.
I'm a three, so it's pretty cool.
That is awesome. Well, welcome to the team, guys. We love partnering with you and helping you get the results. And there is nothing that makes me more giddy or warm and fuzzy inside is when somebody calls me up and says, you know what, I did it. I walked into my boss today and said, adios, sucker. I'm out of here, right? So what are your options? Okay, if you're a preferred customer, I'm going to share two options with you because these are our two best-selling preferred customer packs. Our Slender X10 is for people who want to lose about 10 pounds, and we're not just talking about getting skinny here, folks, because as Deanna says, skinny folks fall over and die every single day, right? We're talking about getting healthy, lean and strong and healthy. Our Slender X10 is partnered with our Optimals and also our Pure Nourish. So this is $255 as a preferred customer. You get a huge 30% discount, and we'll help you place your order with us today. And then we have our Slender X20, and with this you actually save 33%, and this is for the couple or partners that want to do this together, or somebody who has over 20 pounds that they want to lose and they want to do it quickly, and they want to get their health in order. We're talking about really getting back to where your body will metabolize fat the way that you want it to do, right? Lose the weight for good. This is partnered with, you get 4 Pure Nourish, 2 months of the Slender X and Accelerate, 2 Omegas. This is an 8-week supply for $548.95. And again, you get a whopping 33% discount. And then let's talk about those of you who just pumped in their Category 3, you want to join the team. Okay, so what are we going to do? Well, as soon as we get off the webinar, you're going to get back on the phone with whoever your new partner is, and you're going to say, okay, let's get rocking. You're going to enroll for $29.95. That's going to get you into the Boss. And the Boss was developed by our master distributor, master trainer, the guru himself, Tim Sales. And I'll tell you, I have been in this industry for 10 years, and I've never seen training as effective as I have seen in the Boss. If other companies could steal this, they would, because the results we see in our new folks getting started and building momentum and getting results is off the charts. Then you're going to choose your products. And by the way, I'm going to tell you how you can actually enroll for free here in a minute. Then you're going to start your training in the Boss, and you're going to get rocking and rolling. And I'm going to show you, by the way, how you can put your first $1,000 in your pocket immediately. So if you're one of the folks who wants to get started for free, let me just explain this to you right off of the bat. Now, when I started in my first business, my business was $22,000. And my husband and I came up with that by a miracle of God, and I'm not saying that lightly. We were completely broke, and money showed up for us in the craziest places. And part of it was credit cards, but that's a story for a whole nother time. Tell you what, when you meet me at a training, I'll tell you the story. You'll fall off of your chair. Steve here spent $18,000 trying to make money, right? $10,000 on real estate, $5,000 on vending machines, $3,500 on gift baskets, which still cracks me up. We're not even close to that, right? If you get started today, and you get started with our business pack, it's only $699.95. And I'm going to show you how to make that money back immediately in the next slides. And you get an incredible package. You get our Optimals, the Venalia, the Rejuvenex, Omega Restore X, Slender X, 2 of the Pure Nourish. You get 12 months of your back office to manage your business. You get an event pass, which, by the way, you can use for product as well. You get our 2X membership, which doubles all of your bonuses, and you get an extra pay line, which boosts your income by about 15% right off of the bat. That's a $1,200 value, but we're slashing the price today, save 43%, and you can get started for $699.95 with our business pack. And for those of you who are dead on serious, like this is it, you want the walkaway income, your hands in the air, we're going to be on the phone every day coaching you. You want to get started with our Elite Pack, particularly because we are in a business of duplication, right? And people are going to ask you what you got, and they're going to get what you got. right? So if you say, I got an elite pack, they're going to get an elite pack. That's just how it works. This has every one of our nutritional products in here, including the SlenderX. You also get the Purity water bottle. You're going to save a whopping 31%. You get 2 extra pay lines, 2 event passes, 18 months of the back office. There's nothing more that you can get than what you're getting right here. This is $1,250, and let me show you how to make this back immediately and put yourself in a profit. And I'll tell you what, when I got started in my first business, I did not get a plan like this. Steve, did you get a plan when you got into real estate on how to make your money back right away?
Yeah, it's called your mortgage. It's paid off in 30 years.
Yeah, exactly. Personally speaking, I lost hundreds of thousands of dollars in real estate, so it just makes my stomach churn when people look at that as a business opportunity. But let me show you how to make that back. And this is called our ASAP bonus. This is brand new to the company. It's a new enhancement, super exciting. This is about you getting huge bonuses, having a lucrative business. And by the way, folks, if you want to have a couple $1,000s in your pocket for this holiday season, you want to pay very, very close attention to what I'm going to show you right here. If you get started with the business pack, you have an opportunity to earn that income back immediately just by having 6 new customers who get the business pack. That's it. It's a very quick way to cash flow. Even better, if you get started with the Elite Pack, all it takes is 4 customers getting the Elite Pack, and you have made 100% of your investment back, and you are now in cash flow. If you are serious about being a Category 3 and a partner, we can show you how to do this in your first week. Confidently show you how to do this in your first week. That's it. Then you are in cash flow, and then all of the profits that you earn are in your bank account, getting ready for the holidays and to launch 2013 off in such a stellar, exciting way. This is so exciting. When I talked about wanting a comp plan that gives me immediate gratification and these bonuses, look at this. For every business pack that somebody in your organization purchases, you get a $75 Fast Start bonus. For every Elite Pack that somebody in your organization personally purchases an Elite Pack from you, you get a $200 Fast Start bonus, cash in your pocket immediately. Plus, you get the volume and the commissions on that volume. This is so exciting, folks. I got to tell you, this is why our compensation plan is patent pending. You get people who want to get started with you and they're concerned about, putting money out and not making it back. We can show them how to do it in their first week. Super, super exciting. And we've got the people to show us how to do it. Steve, why don't you take us to the end?
Can you take us back to just one real quick? Because I got people saying stuff on here that's crazy. They're like, this is Emily in Spokane. She says, buying the Elite Pack when I signed up gave me the opportunity to try products I probably wouldn't have tried, and several of them have completely changed my health, and that has helped me with my sales, and it's very exciting. I've also got, and this $200 is big, and I'm not going to quit on these testimonials here. So, Catherine, are you out there?
Yes, I am. How are you?
Good, good. We got Catherine on. It's my fault, but we got her back. And, Catherine, your team has been enrolling these Elite Packs. You've been doing great. You're up in Spokane with Emily. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on this week and, just like your experience in getting into the team?
A little on the spot here, but I'm just crazy enough about this business. I've been with RX now, I think a couple of months now, Steve, and I'm absolutely in love with the products. The bonus for me was I started out losing some weight on the SlenderX. I was losing about 1 pound a day, which was huge to me. And I've had huge success real quickly. I think it's just by engaging in the business on a daily basis with you and just the tools that you provided me along with RX and the boss. I even won a trip to California, that was incredible. We did a show this weekend, and we've had such huge, nobody knows about this business. So everybody I talk to is so excited. We sold a lot of SlenderX and water bottles, and we really are engaging with people that are looking for something more, even with other reps that have done network marketing. So
yeah, and you come from a real, like you were one of the top salespeople for Keller Williams, right? For a while, right? For many years.
Yes, we had our own corporation, and I sold real estate for 23 years.
Wow. And you guys are rocking it.
Yeah.
You and Emily and your team over there in Spokane. It's so awesome to have you in our group, and we love having professionals like yourself on board. So thanks so much for coming out.
I appreciate that, and I know to anybody that might be around, I had done this a long time ago.
Say that last part again. You got stepped on a little bit. Oh, she got muted out. Sorry about that. Well, anyway, her team has been doing awesome, and it's just a lot of fun working with these folks. But this pack, $200 for selling an elite pack of media commissions. You make your money back. It's very powerful, and we love this. And Shannon, one of the things that we wanted to do a little bit more here is give people an opportunity to get training that, I personally spent thousands and thousands of dollars learning this training, and we were able to put the master distributor for RX, the #1 MLM trainer. I mean, I know a lot of people in network marketing throughout the industry, and they all call this gentleman a legend, Tim Sales, and his training is in our back office. So when you go in there, I had my little cousin going through this training today. He was like going surfing the internet. I said, hey, get in there, get on this training. So he gets on the training, he starts learning stuff. I said, listen, if you can learn this information that's in here, you'll know more than most people that have PhDs, and you'll have a lot of success in this business because of this training. So we have this type of training, and it's there, and it's available. And, I spent thousands of dollars having Tim speak at events, and it was well worth it. And I thought, wow, this is a bargain. But for us, it's $29.95 in our business orientation system. There's 4 steps to success in MLM and network marketing. I don't care what anybody tells you. They'll talk about all these different things. You break it down to 4 parts. You have to find prospects, you invite, you present, and train. And the presenting and training can be done by others. Presenting can be done by, for instance, us, or a recorded presentation or a video. Training can be done by the business orientation system, the ability to come to Park City and train with us live. Then you're going to change your entire financial future forever. So get started with RX today. Pick your pack. Get your business orientation system.
Now, here are some more real people getting results with RX. Here's Catherine from Spokane, Washington. Catherine's a mom, a wife, she's got kids, and she's been a real estate agent for over 22 years, and you can see the Purity bottle there next to her computer, and she's loving what the products have been able to do for her, and she was able to talk to some of her friends, Emily and Cassie, and this group of gals have been loving the products, and guess what? I mean, these are the types of people that you'd like to have over at your house, and their group of 3 has expanded to over 10 people, and it's exciting. And they've only been doing this for a few weeks, okay? Remember, it took me 3 weeks to get a $38 check. The real story is another month to get another $38 check. And these gals are off to a way faster start than I was. And remember, I made over $2 million in that business. So it's exciting to work with folks like this. And these are people just like you and I who are really trying to make a difference and improving their lives and getting results with RX. Here's Ken and Tatiana from Concord, California. Ken is actually a sheriff in San Francisco, and he's been getting great results with the products. He even has been able to share the products with people that he knows internationally, and so it's been pretty exciting for him and what he's been able to accomplish. So I love working with these types of folks, just people like you and I. I mean, people that are public servants that are looking for the benefits of a home-based business. And then there's Stefan up in Quebec, Canada. Stefan speaks French, English. A couple years ago, he got started in the home-based business industry, and he shifted over to RX because he saw what was here. He saw the revolution that's going on, and you can see the RX bottle. He's there with 2 of his daughters. And Stefan is also, in this picture here, he's over there working with some team members. This is Tony, the gentleman who lost over 32 pounds. And by the way, Tony, the way this works, I mean, think about it. Tony actually was the guy who introduced his cousin in the wheelchair and has totally helped transform her life. And again, this is what the business is all about: real people getting results, and we look forward to working with you.
I've actually lost 67 pounds in 2 months through the RX product. So it's something simple anyone can do. I mean, how hard is it to put drops underneath your tongue? It's not that hard. It's not that hard to follow instructions, you know? I mean, it's a simple program, and that's one reason why I like SlenderX, because it's such a simple program to follow. I strictly did SlenderX. I did not work out, okay? And the reason why I did that was because I wanted to see what the results of SlenderX would do, just no working out. Afterwards, that's when I started working out. So I do believe in working out. I just want to do it just to show the world what RX and SlenderX does. I never believed when people said it's 70% nutrition. I believe it now. And to me, I believe SlenderX is life-changing for a lot of people. What's kind of cool is that it allows someone that has never worked out before, that has been a couch potato their whole life, to be able to get into health. Because now people are asking me, Vern, after you're done, what are you doing now? I'm telling them I'm doing CrossFit, I'm working out now. Like my muscle growth is I could see it. And that to me, when you see change in the mirror, it's pretty cool. Like you actually get excited, you know, you're like, wow, I'm actually seeing results, you know, versus going to the gym and you go, I look the same.
Let's get it going right now, and to let the person know that you have to get started. You have to get going right now so you can start working with us and improving your financial situation. Remember, the only way out of your financial worries is to make more income, and you have a chance to do that right now.
And welcome to RX.
Hi, I'm Tim Sales, and this is my wife, Laura. Since joining RX, I've been asked many times why I came out of retirement. That's interesting to me. I've not really been in retirement. I've been working very hard helping the entire network marketing industry. I first created the video Brilliant Compensation to help distributors in all network marketing companies present the industry in a professional way without hype. Professional Inviter and Presenter helped to teach distributors how to talk to prospects. I also did an interview with Larry King to help educate the media about the industry. And I've been involved in other things like teaching network marketing at the university level. So I've not been kicking back on a yacht somewhere retired.
If there's anyone on the inside with what Tim is doing, it's me. I've watched Tim do whatever it takes both day and night to ensure each person who participates in RX has the best opportunity and training to grow their business. I have never seen Tim so driven, focused, and excited.
My decision to enter back into building an organization had much to do with me desiring to create the ideal MLM business that will cause the industry to change for the better. By ideal, I mean a company that treats their representatives like partners, a company that delivers products and services that absolutely make people's lives better, a company with a compensation plan that truly rewards productive people and those who get customers, and finally the training and marketing campaigns that produce a successful representative. I talked with the owners of RX and saw what their ideas were and what they envisioned for the future. Honestly, I couldn't imagine a better vision. They too want to create an ideal MLM company. In fact, they've brought several ideas to the table I hadn't thought possible on how they as a company treat their leaders and representatives, as well as what products and services they would offer. I could not be more impressed with the company.
If you've studied Tim and his work, then you know that what he feels is most needed in the network marketing industry is real training. So if you join us, you will be getting Tim's unique training specifically made for RX reps.
So if you're that rare, elite individual that doesn't need everything perfect on day one, yet loves the challenge of growing something big and being a part of forming and shaping the company that later earns you huge rewards for doing so, then I advise you not to hesitate. True opportunity does not go away. It goes to those who can see it. I obviously believe RX will be one of the giant companies in network marketing. That's why I'm here. So whether you join us now or later, I look forward to working with you. And as you know, I'm a believer in the network marketing industry. And so I wish you well in any of your chosen endeavors. We're Tim and Laura Sales.